To start, I'm rolling out my right hamstring. I like to do this for around 30 seconds, and I like to hover or kind of stay on the more sore areas. Next, I'm rolling out my right calf, same as hamstring. I like to do it for roughly 30 seconds, and I like to kind of focus on the more tender areas. I also like to grab a tennis ball sometimes for my calves whenever I want to like target a more specific or a smaller area in my calf.
I wasn't perfect, but they showed me love. I walked through the hood, they giving me hugs. I needed connection, they showed me the plug. I stood on that business, it was what it was. Said I'm going clean, they showed me the tub. The church on the corner where nobody was. I walked through the building and I made a change. Came back to the streets and they treat me the same.
Now I'm switching over to the left calf, and once again, it's the same thing. I like to roll it out for about 30 seconds, unless I'm a little more sore that day. And I like to kind of hold on the areas that are a little more tender, go slower and kind of push a little more to catch or to, I guess, get deeper into the muscle.
Streets they love me like Jesus, and the church they thinking I'm evil. Hold up, church they thinking I'm evil, cause I still ride around with the heater. I know the streets hot like a fever. I keep that sword on me just like Peter. They sending shots.
Alright, next up, I am doing my right glute, and this was after a day after I had a match this week, and I just went like crazy in the gym, so I was extremely sore in this area, so that's why I'm going like all the way back and forth, but it's the same as before. I do about 30 seconds. Like this day was a little more sore, so a little bit longer. I went a little bit longer, but same thing. And now I'm switching over to the left and about same 30-45 seconds and kind of hold on those extremely tender areas and make sure you like get a real deep massage.
Streets they love me like Jesus, and the church they thinking I'm evil.
Scoring a banger. What? This time I grab my handheld roller and I am rolling out my rubbing out my quads. Same 30-45 seconds, and I like to get the inside, outside of my quads as well. Make sure I can get rid of as much soreness as possible so I can recover as quickly as possible and be match fit as quickly as possible.
Hold up, everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on. Yeah, rap gang got my foot on. I ain't the one that you stun on. Streets they love me like Jesus, and the church they thinking I'm evil. Hold up, church they thinking I'm evil, cause I still ride around with the heater. I know the streets hot like a fever. I keep that sword on me just like Peter. They sending shots at me like a needle. I'm tryna dodge all my deceivers. Walked in the church, no church clothes on. Now don't think I'm a believer. They see these tattoos, so they figure I'm bad news. When I walked in the building, I knew it was fishy. They serving the word like it's fast food. All business, it ain't no more ministry. Born sinner, can't let no more sin in me. Soulless world, they close to the enemy. Holy water, it ain't no more Hennessy. He crazy. Everywhere I go, I put on.
And now I'm switching over to the left leg. I'm doing the same thing, getting inside and outside of my quads as well as the top, and where I'm catching or where I'm going slow and super quick and I'm pressing down over those areas closer to my knee is usually where I'm more sore in my quads, and that's kind of what I mean as far as kind of pushing down and making sure I roll out and make sure I can pretty much recover as quickly as possible.
Hey, everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on.
This time I got my tennis ball and I like to roll out my feet. It is a highly underrated tool, but it it does wonders when your feet get sore from playing football so often. And I like to do this for roughly the same time, 30 45 seconds, really until my feet feel good. But I like to kind of get the toe area, then get the inside and outside of my foot, and kind of same thing as when I'm rolling out my lower body, my legs. Just go slow over those tender areas and make sure I push down on the tennis ball and get as deep as I can.
Nobody was. I walked through the building and I made a change. Came back to the streets and they treat me the same. That's why everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on. Rap gang got my foot on. I ain't the one that you stun on. Streets, they love me like Jesus. And the church, they thinking I'm evil. Hold up, everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on. Yeah, rap gang got my foot on. I ain't the one that you stun on. Streets, they love me like Jesus. And the church, they thinking I'm evil. Hold up, church, they thinking I'm evil. Cause I still ride around with the heater. I know the streets hot like a fever. I keep that sword on me just like Peter. They sending shots at me like a needle. I'm tryna dodge all my deceivers. Walked in the church, no church clothes on. Now don't think I'm a believer. They see these tattoos, so they figure I'm bad news. When I walked in the building, I knew it was fishy. They serving the word like it's fast food. All business, it ain't no more ministry. Born sinner, can't let no more sin in me. Soulless world, they close to the enemy. Holy water, it ain't no more Hennessy. He crazy. Everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on. Rap gang got my foot on. I ain't the one that you stun on. Streets, they love me like Jesus. And the church, they thinking I'm evil. Hold up, everywhere I go, I put on. I ain't real strong like cologne. Hey, anybody block, I'm good on. Next in business, I stood on.
Now I'm moving on to injury prevention. And first, I'm doing roughly, I like to do 3 sets of 10, but I'm doing single leg raises or calf raises. I had recently got my ankle stepped on in my previous match, so I had been kind of struggling with this as far as strength and recovering. So I wanted to focus on this week.
Rap gang got my foot on. I ain't the one that you stun on.
Now I'm switching over to the left side, and like I said before, this helps strengthens my ankles and help prevents ankle injuries. Not, or I guess not prevent them, but minimize them.
Hold up, streets, they love me like Jesus. I used to trap on the block with the people, serving a dime bag to Lakeisha. Give me your contact for the reacher. I used to play ball with the ballers. I was a team player, not a hogger. I was a street runner, not a jogger. I was a big stepper, just like Paul was. I wasn't perfect, but they
Now up next, I like to call these knee tibialis raises, but these have worked wonders throughout my first year in college as far as strengthening my knees, because I was playing a whole lot of indoor, and they're pretty self-explanatory. You have your feet a little bit about a foot from the wall, and you just raise and slightly bend your knees and raise your toes off the ground. I like to do about 3 sets of 10 of these, and they just strengthen your shin area and help prevent knee injuries or minimize knee injuries and knee tendonitis, which is common in soccer players.
I know the streets hot like a fever. I keep that sword on me just like Peter.